Today I wanted to just make a video talking about my experience with being a Depop seller. It's kind of funny to say it out loud because I don't really call myself like a Depop seller. I see myself more as a fashion content creator. In all seriousness, I actually do want to talk about my experience with being on Depop for the last year, really. I'm also going to do a little get ready with me. It was really last May when I first started like listing stuff on Depop. Thinking back to everything, I really have always been a thrift shopper. More so in the last few years. I just was never that good like I am now. So like last May, I think I listed my first few things. And it wasn't really until June when I started like really actually selling a few things like every week or whatever. So like a month into it. That's kind of when I first was like, okay, you know what? Like I'm making money, like let's keep going. Like I kind of joked around at the beginning of the video. I don't really see myself as a reseller, even though that's technically what it is. I really love not only creating the content, but consuming it. That's really what got me into it. I love the girls like Kimia Ibrahimi, Threads Obsessed, Melissa, she's so fun. Another big thing I have really loved about Depop, not only has it given me an opportunity, but it's kind of, you know, I've kind of created it and curated it myself into a way that works for me. I definitely hope in the coming months, I really will step up my content making. I'm gonna say my eyebrows are done. I can like go on and on and on with doing my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say they're done. I'm gonna throw on this like little cream eyeshadow stick just because I really like this color. It's like the smoky brown. And I just want something simple, just some color on my lid. Ready? That looks horrible. I really like the kind of smoky contour it gives to my eyes. It looks kind of bad, but like that's the point, I think. And I really hope to take my content creation and my videos to the next level. I really want to do some more like styling videos. I would really love to start doing like some styling with my stuff that I'm selling on Depop. That's really what got me into this at first, was watching girls like iGirl do style bundles. Something about like just putting an outfit together like lights me up inside. I have this like notebook right here where I have a few points I'm trying to remember to make, and it's not going too well because my mind just wanders so much. And I'm like trying to do makeup on top of it is a little hard. I really want to share the process of everything that I'm doing with my Depop and whatnot more with the internet, with my friends that follow me and my new followers. I have gained quite a few subscribers due to some of my videos kind of getting some more views. Not that I'm like anybody cool or anything. I kind of want to make like a little introduction video too for anyone that stumbles across me, whether you're randomly finding me on YouTube or you're coming from my Instagram or Depop. Welcome. I've been the kind of person that's more in touch with my like creative side. That would kind of bring me to my next kind of subject, is just like the opportunity Depop has been for me. Being a young transgender woman in a rural town in Florida, there's not a lot of opportunity for, let alone anyone, especially somebody like me in my circumstances, a young trans person in a place not really surrounded by too many like-minded individuals. I just really feel like there isn't a place for me, and Depop has allowed me to create this opportunity for myself that has really just made me, you know, feel empowered. It's so silly, but it's how I feel, and it's the truth. I'm just using the REM concealer as like foundation. I make my skin look a little more like it's part of my body. The coverage is just so freaking good. Like you saw me put that on my forehead and like, look at it. And really not being an environment where people like me are empowered and supported and respected. The really fun part of this whole Depop experience is just playing around with clothes and selling them and wearing them and all that. I think that's why I really want to dive into making more content and fashion videos and stuff like that. I've been making YouTube videos since I was in 7th grade and I'm 21. So that's a long time. It was a lot of blush. This e.l.f. blush is pretty freaking good. This one brush that's really good for just like blending stuff in that I go over it with and it really just like tones it down without taking too much away. And besides the kind of like silly facade that I've been putting off, in all actuality, it has just made me feel good as a person, having like this thing that I enjoy doing and working out for me. You know, I think that's what anybody wants in their endeavors, and especially with like their job life, want to feel supported and empowered and like they're doing it right, you know? And in this day and age, a lot of people don't respect a lot of workers and stuff. So I get why a lot of people are kind of going towards this more being their own business brand boss sort of thing. I don't personally see it like that. Maybe that's because I'm not there yet. But yeah, like, sorry, I have to stop talking to blend out the concealer on my nose. I'm loving this Sweetie Pie Too Faced bronzer. I've had it for a long time. Like a little blush color in it that I think is why I really love it. It just kind of gives that contoured, blushy glow that I really love, obviously. After a year on Depop, I am making a little bit more than I was at the beginning. It's still not like this like crazy, like paying my own bills kind of amount of money. Thankfully, I don't have any real bills at this point in my life. Obviously, you know, everyone wants to make more money or whatever, but that's not really my why for Depop. Just think at the point I've gotten to with my Depop, they really push it to be like a Depop top seller where you have like over 1,000 items listed, selling so much a month, and you're making this much, and blah, 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 blah. And I really don't want to get caught up in that kind of aspect of it because I feel like that's going to make it less enjoyable for me. Really just enjoyed the more like fun thrift shopping part of finding stuff to sell or whatever. And that's honestly a whole other conversation because a lot of people are like, people have like a little bit of anger and misunderstanding towards like the whole reselling thing, which, and honestly, that's a whole other video for me to make if the opportunity ever does come my way. I've always really been a thrift shopper. It's always been something I was doing since I was young. My grandma used to be a manager at my local Goodwill back in the day when Goodwill was actually doing something and they weren't a greedy corporation. Don't hate me, Goodwill, but come on out. Even with what I just said about not wanting to get caught up in the whole like, oh, I have to do this to be a top seller sort of situation, I have made some decent connections on Depop and just on social media through entering this realm of fashion and thrifting and whatnot. Really, one thing they note on your like Depop shop is the amount of people that like continuously buy from you. And I have a couple of girls that always message me maybe once a month, every couple months, and they want to like bundle stuff and whatnot, and they're really nice. And not that like we're friends, but like, you know, it's like this friendly kind of interaction. And I think it's super cool between, you know, me and where I am and these, you know, random other extremely different people. And I love that. Look at that blush though. Oh my God. I showed you guys these like dewy drops that I put on just a second ago. Putting this like illuminating blushy highlight color on, it just like gives a little bit of extra dimension to my face. See, that's just not the color I was wanting. It's a little, I mean, I really love this lipstick. It's just, oh God, that's not the color. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the green color. Little, yeah, that's better. I'm almost done with my makeup. I'm just gonna go in with my Rare Beauty mascara. It's so good. I love this mascara. So yeah, the whole basis of this video is that I've been on Depop for over a year, and I think just the other day I sold my 357th sale. So it's almost been about a sale every day. It's not really how it's been. Sometimes it's more like 3 sales in a day and then a week without sales. It's kind of random. It's not the most super consistent thing, but they really have a lot of like ways for you to interact with people on there, and they really encourage you to do like discounts and sales and stuff like that. You do sales, you do bundles. I really love doing bundles. So yeah, I know this video is definitely different than a lot of the videos I have made, if that's where you are coming from. Kind of my last point I want to make that I have written down is I do want to just start making more different content. I don't know if anyone knows who Dylan Mulvaney is, but I really love seeing her come up in this world, doing what she's done. And for someone like me that's really inspiring, honestly. For anyone that's ever bought from me or has found me through my other social medias, thanks so much for coming on over to my YouTube. And if you like this video, definitely make sure to let me know down in the comments. I guess I could take my headband off because I am done. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely check out my Instagram and my Depop, I mean. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this video comes out because it's been a long time since I've made a kind of like sitting down talking to my phone camera kind of video. These are really just some of my thoughts that I wanted to share on my experience of being a Depop reseller and to just really express my experience with living in the modern world where we have the world at our fingertips and we can really create anything that we want. So definitely stay tuned because I'm really in this place where I want to expand just what I'm doing online with my YouTube and my Depop and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.